Hey Matryoshkas, hohonuts here. A fly stole all the attention of the Kamala Harris and Vice President Mike Pence debate. What? What? What's going on? Can you explain to me how that could have happened? Probably that's not a topic for me as an outsider to cover up. I thought since I'm not gonna touch on the political side of the issue, it's okay for me to comment on. Anyway, let me know in the comment section below if it's okay with you if some random guy from Russia suddenly comments on such events and suddenly participates in this whole the fly hysteria. So here's the thing. Surfing around the internet and scrolling through the news, I came across this video clip of the debate where during Mike Pence's turn to speak, a wild fly suddenly appeared in his head. I couldn't help but notice how unnaturally calm and still it sat on the spot. So I've watched through the clip a couple of times and it has driven me insanely paranoid ever since. I don't want to be the one spreading conspiracy theories and be perceived as a silly lunatic, but it totally looked like CGI. So here's Vice President Mike Pence's turn to give an answer. I want you to pay close attention to what happens. There it is. Gotcha. Have you seen that? So this is the reason for internet's hysteria, the main thing that drew people's attention and seems to build a career of its own on the internet. So anyway, let's take a closer look at the moment of landing. Take a closer look. Bam! Have you seen it? Okay, let's look at it frame by frame and more closely. Bam! It appeared out of nowhere. I've watched it like a gazillion times now, and I still can wrap my head around this event. Like, where does it come from? You see? Previous frame, nothing. Not even being around. Like, camera couldn't blur it out. We would probably see how it approaches the spot, but no, nothing. It just appears out of nowhere. There's a little blur, like it landed, which as well could be a visual effect. And then it just sits there, like totally unbothered, like it's not even a living thing. Do you see that? It's incredible. It drives me insane. What is this? I cannot explain that, but it seems really odd. A mysterious event that's boggling me ever since I've seen this moment. I have absolutely no idea. Again, I'm not trying to interfere in the election process. I don't take sides, and it's just totally not my business at all. I just wanted to share with you the impression I had of something that naturally drew my attention as an outside observer. And here's a couple of conclusions that keep simmering in my head. First off, it has totally grabbed people's attention. Attention to this particular moment in time. It's like a bookmark, a little cue mark, which emphasizes this event in our memory. Now there are dozens of posts in social media and numerous Twitter accounts have been created referring to the newly created internet hero. And secondly, it diverted the attention of the topic and issue being discussed at that particular moment. The internet has absolutely exploded, has gone insane with this fly. This is incredible. I have absolutely no idea what to make of it. Like, is it some kind of a mystical sign or some kind of a contrived secret operation or just a coincidence? But then if it was planned out and carefully carried out covert operation, how would that be possible on such a scale, like on a level of national TV coverage? Aren't I just a total loon to think that reality works that way? Anyway, let me know in the comment section below what you think about the issue. And by the way, speaking of other countries legacies and traditions as an outsider. There's a plan I've been carrying around for years that I finally feel capable enough of bringing into life. And that is to get to know histories of other countries from their own point of view. That will help me with my language and with my knowledge of the cultural context. And of course, there would be a direct positive impact of that too. As I get more proficient, there would be more videos per week appearing on my channel. So for obvious reasons, I'd be starting with the English-speaking countries' histories, I guess. So I thought I'd start off with the history of the United States, and here's where I need you to help me out because I have a couple of options in my mind on which book to get. So the first book is A People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn. Its rating is pretty high. It has got many positive reviews, which is why I paid attention to it in the first place. It's pretty lengthy though, 764 pages. That would take a while to read, but for such a cause, I'm really willing to do that. So, as far as I understood, it takes a particular specific approach to the history of the United States, and it's one point of view as I get it. And so the other book is A Patriot's History of the United States, From Columbus' Great Discovery to America's Age of Entitlement by Larry Schweikart. And it's got very positive reviews overall, and it's got outstanding rating overall too, though the amount of reviews is much lower. And so, as I understood from the reviews, this book takes another approach to look at the history of the United States. So, as I could understand from the reviews of the people who read those books, both of them are really good, but as far as I can tell, they take a different approach to look at the history of the United States, which seems to be the main point of division and controversy. So it would be really helpful to hear your take on what should I get or which of the books I should start with. Maybe there are better or more interesting options up your sleeve that could give me a good introduction into the United States history that you could advise me. Please leave your variants down in the comment section below. By the way, due to sensitivity of the topic of history, I'm not sure if that's a good idea to follow through the reading process here on the channel, so I probably won't be doing that. Yes, I know I'm absolutely free to express myself, but I wouldn't be okay with inadvertently hurting somebody's feelings due to my incompetence or lack of knowledge, or even my social ineptness. So if you're not yet annoyed by me, hit thumbs up and subscribe button to support me, and be sure to check back. Bye. See ya.
No.